Dear students, in this lecture video, we studied about the nuclear reactor and its components and nuclear reactor control. First, we studied about the nuclear reactor and its components. Before we study about the components of the nuclear reactor, first we know about the definition of nuclear reactor. The nuclear reactor is the heart of the nuclear power plant. The nuclear reactor is nothing but nuclear fuel is subjected into nuclear fission process. Then the energy released in the process, which is utilized to heat the coolant, which may in turn generate steam. This is the nuclear reactor. This is the function of nuclear reactor. The continuous nuclear fission process leads the nuclear chain reaction. In the previous lecture video, we studied about the nuclear chain reaction. The controlled nuclear chain reaction takes place in the nuclear reactor. The uncontrolled nuclear chain reaction leads explosion is nothing but the atomic bomb. The main function of the nuclear reactor is to control the emission and the absorption of neutrons. Now you see the diagram. In this is the nuclear reactor diagram. The nuclear reactor consists of reactor core, moderator, fuel rods, control rods, coolant, reflector, thermal shielding, reactor vessel, biological shield. Now you see this is the nuclear reactor. This is the nuclear reactor portion. Okay, this is the moderator. This is the moderator. So this is the reactor core. This is the control rod. The vertical, the block rectangle is nothing but the uranium. So this is called the outer side portion only is nothing but the pressure vessel. So this is the coolant circulating pump. This is the water inlet. This is the steam outlet. This is the way for coolant. Okay. So this is the reactor. Okay. Now we studied about the component of the nuclear reactor. The first component is nuclear reactor. Is a cylindrical stout pressure vessel. Already seen in the diagram. The house fuel rods of the uranium moderator and then control rods. Okay. First we studied about the fuel rods. The fuel rod is nothing but which constitute the fission material and release huge amount of the energy when bombarded with slow moving neutrons. Then what is mean by moderator? The moderator consists of graphic rods which enclose the fuel rods. We already seen in the diagram. The moderator slows down the neutrons before they bombarded with the fuel rods. Then again control rods. The control rods are made up of cadmium which are inserted into the nuclear reactor. The cadmium is the strong neutron absorber, regulate the supply of neutron for fission process. The next control rods is very important component of the nuclear reactor. The control rod can push in the deep and then absorb most of the fission neutrons. So therefore the few are available for the chain reaction. So therefore the chain reaction stops. What is the function of control rod? The control rod regulates the intensity of the nuclear chain reaction process. The pulling out of the control rod increases the power of the nuclear reactor and vice versa. The heat produced in the nuclear reactor removed by the coolant. The sodium metal is used as a coolant in the nuclear reactor. D2O is known as the heavy water which is most suitable for coolant. The coolant carry the heat to the heat exchanger. This is the function of coolant in the nuclear reactor. Then reactor core. The reactor core mainly comprises the number of rods made up of fissile material. In the view for better control of fission reaction process, the reactor core usually to clad the fuel with aluminum and zirconium or stainless steel. The fuel is finely powered and shaped into the form which facilitates uniform production of the heat. The reactor core is enclosed inside the cladding material. The cladded fuel is suitably placed inside the nuclear reactor. The another component is moderator. The purpose of moderator is to slow down the fast moving of secondary neutrons. Therefore, the chain reaction is sustained. The moderator surround the fuel rod. We already seen in the diagram. The fast moving neutrons are given out. What is the result? The nuclear chain reaction collide against the moderator and slow down. The moderator are capable of causing further fission and the chain reaction continues. Which materials used as a moderators in the reactor, nuclear reactor? Ordinary water, heavy water means D2O, beryllium and graphite. These four can be used as a moderators in the nuclear reactor. Then another material also is suitable for used as a moderator in the nuclear reactor. These are graphite, boron, lithium, carbon, nitrogen. This is also suitable material which are used for moderator in the nuclear reactor. Then the continuation of control rod. The control rod is used to control the rate of fission of uranium-235. The control rods are the rods or plates or tubes in any shape. We are used as a control rods in the nuclear reactor, which is containing a neutron absorbing material. Control rod is nothing but a neutron absorbing material. The control rods made up of boron-10, cadmium or hafnium, which is used to absorb some of the slowed neutrons. The material used for control rods must have very high absorption capacity for the neutron, because the control rod's function is neutron absorbing material. So therefore, the material which are used for making the control rods must have the very high absorption capacity for neutrons. The control rods reacts with the graphite. Therefore, the social steps to be taken in the design of nuclear reactor, because to inhibit the reaction between the carbon dioxide CO2 and graphite. Then the continuation of control rod. In the nuclear reactor, the nuclear chain reaction has to be initiated when started from hold, and the chain reaction is to be maintained at a steady value during the operation of the nuclear reactor. The nuclear reactor must be able to shut down automatically under emergency conditions. All this requires a control of nuclear reactor, that is to prevent the melting of fuel rods, the disintegration of coolant, destruction of nuclear reactor. The release of energy is enormous. When it is dried only, it does not react with the mild steel of the pressure vessel. This is the some technical points about the control rod. Again, the continuation of control rod. The chain reaction is controlled either by removing the control rod or by inserting the neutron absorbing material. The control rods are inserted from the top of the reactor core, from the top of the reactor vessel. The control rods regulate the fissioning in the reactor by absorbing the excess neutrons. The control rods can be removed in and out in the reactor core. If the fissioning rate of the chain reaction is to be increased, the control rods are moved out slightly. Therefore, the control rods absorb less number of neutrons and vice versa. This is the function of control rods. The next component is coolant. Coolant is a medium through which the heat generated in the reactor, which is transferred to the heat generator for the further utilization of power generation. Suppose the water is used as a coolant, it takes up heat and gets converted into steam in the nuclear reactor, which is directly used to drive the turbine. A good coolant should not absorb the neutrons because the control rod only is used to absorb the neutrons. A good coolant should be non-oxidizing, non-toxic and non-corrosive. It has high chemical and radiation stability and good heat transfer ability. These are the properties of good coolant. The gases, air, helium, hydrogen, carbon dioxide can be used as a coolant. At the same time, liquids, light water, heavy water. Heavy water means D2O is called as a heavy water. And then the metals, molten sodium, lithium are also can be used as a coolant. So the coolant may be gases or liquids or metals, whatever may be, which are used as a coolant in the nuclear reactor. The continuation of coolant. The ordinary water suppose is used as a coolant as well as moderator in the boiling water reactor. That means the boiling water reactor is the one of the classification of power reactor in use. The pressurized water reactor is used as a coolant as well as the moderator in the pressurized water reactor. The pressurized water reactor is also one of the example of power reactor in use. The water has good thermal capacity and good heating transport medium. That's why it is used as a coolant as well as moderator in the nuclear reactor. The liquid metals used as a coolant in fast reactors. The fast reactors is the example of the one of the example of the fast breeder reactors, which is the one of the classification of the power reactors in use. These reactors have large heat release from the small core. The coolant have high heat transfer capability and low vapor pressure. The carbon dioxide is colorless and odorless. It has low neutron absorption cross section. So therefore the carbon dioxide can be used as a coolant in the nuclear reactor. The next component is a reflector. The neutron reflector is placed around the core, which is used to avoid the leakage of neutrons from the reactor core. The reflector sends back any slow moving secondary neutron which tries to escape out of the reactor core. The reflector surround the reactor core completely. The reflector is made up of same material as the moderator. Which material is used as the moderator? The same material only is used for making the reflector. The reflector possesses the same characteristics feature as the moderator. The reflector helps to conserve the nuclear fuel by preventing the escape of the neutrons. This is the function of the reflector. Then a reactor vessel. The reactor core, reflector, the thermal shielding all are enclosed in the main body of the reactor, which is called as the reactor vessel. The reactor vessel consists of reactor core, reflector and thermal shielding. The reactor is a strong walled container which is used to provide the entrance and exit for the coolant, and also it is used to passage for its flow through and around the nuclear reactor core. This is the function of reactor vessel. The reactor core is usually placed at the bottom of the reactor vessel. So these are the component. Other than this component, another component is thermal shielding and biological shield. Thermal shielding means the shielding is usually constructed from iron, which is used to help in giving protection from the deadly alpha and beta particle radiation and gamma rays. The thermal shielding is used to give protection from neutrons given off by the process of nuclear fission with the nuclear reactor. The thermal shielding gets heated and it prevents the nuclear reactor valve from getting heated. This is the function of thermal shielding which is used in the nuclear reactor. The next component is biological shield. The whole of the nuclear reactor is enclosed in the biological shield. What is the function of biological shield is to prevent the escape or the leak away of the fast neutrons, slow neutrons, beta particles, gamma rays. Because these radioactive byproducts, that means very harmful for living organisms. That's why we are using the biological shield in the nuclear reactor. The lead iron or the dense concrete shields are used as a biological shield. These are the components of the nuclear reactor. So once again I recall what are the nuclear reactor component. Nuclear reactor core, reflector, reactor core vessel, thermal shielding, control rod, moderator, biological shield. Then how to control the nuclear reactor? It is very important because in the VTU examination, how to control the nuclear reactor, minimum 4 marks, maximum 6 marks. So all the plant nuclear reactors are provided with means to regulate the fission process. This is the main function of nuclear reactor. Therefore, the huge amount of the energy is released from the nuclear fuel according to the load requirement, and in emergency, nuclear reactor can shut down immediately. So, the fission control is affected by regulating the neutron population or flux as per the power requirement by providing for the absorption of excess neutrons through such substances which have high neutron absorption coefficient. This is called as the poisons. The cadmium and carbon are the two such substances which are inserted with the help of the adjustable rods. The continuation of nuclear reactor control. the position of the control rods. Because either you remove the control rod or you can reduce the observation nuclear, you can control the nuclear reactor. So therefore, the position of the control rods are regulated by the electrochemical and the electronic sensing objects. We know that the neutrons released are not used in the nuclear chain reaction, but in the some of the neutrons are lost to surroundings also during nuclear chain reaction. Suppose in order to maintain the nuclear chain reaction, it is essential, that is the number of neutrons after the nuclear fission process, which should be slightly more than the number before the leakage of neutrons from the reactor core. Then how to, that means calculate, that is the multiplication factor. What is the definition of multiplication factor for any nuclear reactor? The definition of multiplication factor K is defined as the ratio of number of neutrons produced in one generation to the number of neutrons produced in preceding generation. This is the definition of multiplication factor, which is represented by K. Suppose the K equal to 1. That means the desirable requirement of the power station, which is called as the critical condition of the power plant, that is the nuclear reactor control. Then suppose the K less than 1, stop the chain reaction, that is subcritical condition. Suppose K greater than 1, that is the multiplication factor K greater than 1, the nuclear chain reaction built up again, that is supercritical condition. So based on the multiplication factor K value, then 3 condition occurs in the nuclear reactor control. One is critical condition, second one is subcritical condition, third one is the supercritical condition. Dear students, I hope that in this lecture video you clearly understood the nuclear reactor components and its functions, and then how to control the nuclear reactor, and then based on the value of multiplication factor K, we have to identify the conditions. Thank you students for watching this video.